Okay, there's only one piece of business. Thank you for joining at the last minute, and there's Linda as well.
Hey, Linda.
All right. Okay, good. The new business is a resolution that reads as follows: strongly encouraging citizens of Bella Vista to follow CDC guidelines regarding face masks and social distancing to inhibit the spread of COVID-19. Allow me to give you some background. Towards the end of last week, Council Member Fowler and I were talking about the spike in the number of positive cases, and we were both concerned very much about our most vulnerable residents, those over the age of 65, which comprises approximately 30% of our population. So over the weekend, I toured a lot of businesses and restaurants, and the bottom line is it looks as though we're about 50% on the mask side of things. Rogers and Fayetteville are running about 60%. I think we need to do better, especially with the increase in the positive cases. I looked in the grocery stores, I looked in various businesses, and I looked in the restaurants. There's better compliance, I believe, that can be done here. And then it kind of tipped the scale when I received a couple of calls yesterday, made aware that there were 2 positive cases in the community. And indeed, the virus is here. We need to be more vigilant. I want to point out, especially to the folks that are watching it that are not part of council, this is a resolution. It's not an ordinance or a law mandating the use of masks. Under the current executive order, only the governor has the ability to mandate the use of masks. Are there any thoughts, questions, comments?
Well, I think it's a good idea to encourage people. The CDC says it's helpful, and I think it's not that difficult to do, and anything we can do to help the situation, we should do.
Doug?
Yeah, so, we've been struggling with this COVID-19 situation, for quite some time now. And a couple things. First of all, I'm all about personal responsibility and being able to make choices for myself and, of my own accord. And I will admit, initially I was somewhat resistant to wearing masks out in public and so on and so forth. But then I was encouraged, to kind of take a step back and think about this in broader context. My wife, she has, her mother will turn 90 in September. My stepfather, he will be 88 in July, just coming up here in a couple of weeks. I have an uncle in a care facility in Marshville, Missouri. He is 90. We had to go up and celebrate his birthday, sitting outside the facility, looking through a window, and that certainly was no fun. I have another aunt that's 90. I have another one that's 88. So I have a lot of elderly relatives. I was talking to my daughter just a little earlier today, talking about this situation, she is 37. But she said, Dad, yes, it's about the elderly population. Certainly, we all recognize we have a large number in Bella Vista. But she goes, Dad, we have a couple of friends of ours who have children, that have autoimmune situations that are really difficult to live with. And she goes, Dad, think about, when Mom, her mother, she suffered from breast cancer, and she went through chemotherapy treatments 2 different times, radiation, etc. But think about, Dad, when you would have been out in the public having to do what you did, then you have to come back home to Mom. So those comments really certainly struck close to home with me, as well as being in association with not older people but elderly people. So at the end of the day, I've decided this isn't just about me at all. And I hope that other people that are not there can maybe move closer to being there. I would feel absolutely horrible, don't know how well I'd be able to live with myself if somewhere, somehow I came up with this COVID myself and then found out that one of these people very close to me also came down with this situation, and it adversely affected their health because they're all very viable. They're somewhat elderly physically, but mentally they're still, just as with it and together as anyone else in our population is. So I have taken to, when I go out in public, if I go to Walmart or if I go to Home Depot or if I go to Best Buy, of which I have visited all, I take it upon myself to wear a mask. And, when I get back in the car, I have hand sanitizer and I do my hands and I try to do my due diligence. And I didn't mention that our next door neighbor, Joe, she is 90 as well. She just had her birthday in June. So I just think that, if we don't want to do something for ourselves, again, let's think about those around us and do what we can, to hopefully, protect them. So, I'm certainly of the opinion that this is a good resolution. Again, we're not telling people what they have to do. We're just asking to take a step back and be thoughtful about it. And, hopefully, do the diligent thing. And another thing about this, my daughter mentioned to me is, Dad, down here, what that will allow you to do, maybe we can develop a page from the city that the city strongly recommends wearing masks into places of public, gatherings. And that way, that can maybe take some of the pressure off of some of the retailers or restaurants in town. Because I did read Walmart, they're having to go through training of their employees of how to handle people that may want to disagree with wearing masks and to the point of maybe becoming unruly. So, rather than some of our retailers and again restaurants out in the city having to bear the brunt of some of that discourse on their own, they would feel that they had a partner in the city. So anyway, I think you clearly understand where I am on this. I think it's a good resolution and a good position to take.
Thank you. Councilmember Wozniak?
Let's go for it.
Okay. Councilmember Lloyd?
I've always been wearing a mask whenever I'm out in public and am considerably distressed by the number of people who don't, because that says they don't care about any other people. And I'm just disappointed that we are, by the governor, not passing an ordinance requiring mask usage in public in Bella Vista. So obviously I'm for this.
Thank you. And Councilmember Wilms, can you hear us? He appears to be in and out, dropping off. Larry? Okay, we'll keep moving forward then. Well, thank you all for your comments and your support. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All right, roll call vote. Councilmember Lloyd?
Yes.
Flynn?
Yes.
Wozniak?
Yes.
Fowler?
Yes.
And Wilms? Larry, can you hear us?
Wayne, I think let's have to mark that as not voting on it.
All right. So we have 4 in favor.
Okay, so it's passed. Thank you very much. I'll let you get on with your afternoon. Before we adjourn, I wish you, and we do have some audience participation as well. All of you are very happy and safe July the 4th. And we will be shooting the fireworks. We do have the social distancing in play, and we will be handing out a flyer as each person drives in as to the rules and regulations. Both chiefs and I have talked about this, and we have a good plan. And Cassie is still going to try and see if she can live stream it She's going to set up a camera, I believe, on the grounds of Lake Point. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that that's going to work as well. So my thanks again. Bye-bye.